You're welcome back to Inside Politics with CKN. The People's Democratic Party has flagged off its presidential campaign. Unlike other political parties, the PDP, despite its barrage of problems, is forging ahead for the 2023 election. Last week in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, the party had an elaborate flag off with several chieftains of the party in attendance. It followed that up with the inauguration of its Kaduna campaign organization. But conspicuously absent at the rallies were 5 governors of the PDP led by Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike, who are clamoring for the sack of his party chairman, Senator Iyorchia Ayu. Joining me from our Abuja studio to discuss this and other issues is the former National Publicity Secretary of APC, a former group political editor of this day newspaper, and currently a spokesman of the Atiku Okowa presidential campaign. Mr. KOLA OLOGBODIYAN is my guest. Mr. OLOGBODIYAN, you are welcome to this program.
Thank you very much, Chris.
We saw the we saw the result of your campaign team, or the presidential campaign team taking off. We saw the grand inaugural campaign you had in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. And the Nigerians were really surprised by, despite all the problems you are having within your political party, you were able to put that off. I think credit also go to the chairman of the campaign team, the governor of Akwa Ibom State, Emmanuel Odom, for pulling it. But let me ask you this question. In 2015, just like now, we had about 5 governors of your party departing the party and forming the MPDP, and they joined the APC. We saw the results. What happened? APC won the election. Fast forward that to 2022, another 5 governors of your political party are already having problem with the party. And they call themselves the G5 PDP governors, led by Governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike. KOLA, sincerely, are we going to see lightning striking the same spot again, as we did in 2015?
Well, CKN, let me begin by thanking you for applauding the fact that it is only the People's Democratic Party that has set out to launch its national campaign. That is the only political party that is speaking to the issues, and that is the only political party that has gone around 4 of the geopolitical zones. We were in the northwest, we were in the northeast, we were in the southwest, and we've been to the south-south. For your information, this weekend, the campaign is returning to Kaduna State, where it will be from Friday through Saturday, through Sunday, to Monday, campaigning around the states and selling the good works that Atiku has laid before Nigerians to the people of Kaduna State. Talking about whether the scenario that happened in 2015 will be repeated in 2022. Certainly, the answer is no. The scenario will not be repeated. Like I've said before on another platform, we are experiencing a very discomforting disagreement among our leaders. But one thing that is certain is that these disagreements will be laid to rest. And I also want to remind you that if you listen, or if you have followed Governor Wike and you have followed any of the governors, the Project 5/5 remains solid. And what is Project 5/5? That we will encourage Nigerians by campaigning to them that they should vote for all our candidates in the presidential election, in the National Assembly election, in the governorship election, and in the State House of Assembly election. That is the target of the People's Democratic Party. That is the drive of the People's Democratic Party. That's what we are selling to Nigerians.
Thank you very much. Just as I mentioned in my intro, today, one of the strongest members of your party, the governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, made another round of allegations against your national chairman. And one of it was the allegation that he collected 100 million naira from a governor. He didn't mention the governor. Wrap that around also, the return of money by members of the National Working Committee of your party. And people have been saying, if a party like yours wants to take over power from APC, and we are seeing this kind of wrangling, how are we able to galvanize Nigerians towards believing in you that you have the capacity to govern again? But first and foremost, what is your reaction to several allegations made by Governor Nyesom Wike against your national chairman, and also the money returned by National Working Committee members to the coffers of the party?
Chris, we must get something very clear. I speak for the campaign. I do not speak for the party. The National Public Secretary of the party, who has a responsibility and who is a member of the working committee, and who is in the best position to speak to issues concerning the party, is Mr. Debo Ologbonagba. I think what we will do after this encounter is that I will give you his phone number. You can also bring him here to come and speak to issues concerning the party. My responsibility this night is to speak to the covenant that Nigeria, that our presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, the Waziri Adamawa, is presenting to Nigerians. I think we can go around that. But going to speak to issues of what is happening within the party is not within my purview.
Now, still speaking on the issue with Governor Wike, do you think that this issue, if not resolved, can cost you the 2023 election?
CKN, let me make it abundantly clear that whatever the issues are within the People's Democratic Party, they will be resolved before we go into an election in February 2023. And I'm giving you assurances that all these issues, which I love to call turbulences, will be put behind us as a political party. And we'll go into the election as one indivisible, united, and indissoluble political party, the People's Democratic Party. That's the assurance I want to leave behind.
Let me also ask you, what do you think is the chance, what are the chances of your political party in 2023 when you look at the performance? I want you to assess the performance of this current government, the APC government, since 2015 to date. What do you think you can do better that they have not been able to do within this period that you think that you can do better? Given the fact, just a second, given the fact that for 16 years, Nigerians gave you the opportunity, I mean your party, to be able to right the wrongs, and they were not so, they were disappointed to a large extent, which was why your party was voted out in 2015.
Well, CKN, we must not forget where the rain began to drench us. And there's nothing that anybody will say in the All Progressives Congress that will make Nigerians to forget the anguish, the pains, the discomfort, the low purchasing power that they have encountered in the last 7 years going to the 8th year. You will recall that in 1999, because they love to go back, they love to play the ball backwards always. And I mean the All Progressives Congress. And it's just unfortunate that they are taking Nigerians for fools. And I know for sure that Nigerians are no fools. They understand the pains they were going through. In the first place, before we even go to the issue of 16 years, what did APC promise in 2015? It's like a man living his comfortable life in his residence. Then a stranger came and said, come, let me take you to an El Dorado, where what you are benefiting here, what you are enjoying here is a child's play. And the man, in his own ignorance, followed the APC on a journey to nowhere. And today, everything is in shambles. They came on a promise of change. They told Nigerians that what they are undergoing economically is not good for them, but they are taking them to a position of El Dorado in the area of economy. They told Nigerians that, oh, there's so much corruption, and that is why whatever is happening was happening. They told Nigerians that the insurgency which the Jonathan administration had fought to the fringes of the Northeast was a problem, and that they have come to rescue Nigerians, that they have come to make all things new, that they have come to make a change. 7 going to 8 years down the line, where are we as a people? The economy has become so bad that the purchasing power has gone so low that virtually nearly almost majority of Nigerians are turned to beggars. We are now the capital city or the capital nation of poverty all over the world. In the area of insecurity, people can no longer sleep in their homes. I live in Abuja. You cannot go to Kogi, neither can you go to Kaduna without engaging in prayer and fasting. Under an administration that said that it has come to fight insurgency in the Northeast. Whatever you turn to today, insecurity has become alarming. You say you want to come and fight corruption, and you say, oh, people share 2 billion. And because of that, corruption has become pervasive, and you want to come and change it under a program of change. But today, an individual is going home with over 100 billion under the nose of a government that promised to fight corruption. CKN, let me tell you this for free. In an organized system, in secular societies, APC will not have the courage to bring out their flags, talk less of canvassing for votes. But I am sure and I'm confident that Nigerians will pay that party back in their own coins by rejecting them at every election.
Thank you very much. In 2015, and let's even say from 1999 to about 2015, the Nigerian election has always been like a two-party race. But now we are having, is most likely looking like a 3-party or 4-party race with the coming of P2B and Labour Party into the fray. And most political parties believe that the PDP will lose more from the emergence of P2B, who is a former member of your party, a former vice presidential candidate of your party, because they are already making roads in most parts of the country, especially in your strong areas like the South-South and the Southeast. Do you think that the coming of P2B and the obedience that they call themselves is going to affect the fortune of your party in 2023? Just trying to remind you of also the problem you are having in the South-South and the Southeast presently with people like Nyeso Wike and some governors from those areas. Do you think that the obedience or P2B is going to pose some kind of challenge to your political party come 2023?
CKN, to start with, I told you earlier that our governors, which were put under reference, have said that they have no challenge with the party. They have made it abundantly clear that they have no issue with either the presidential candidate or the vice presidential candidate, and that they are going ahead to work for the party. And you recall I told you that the project 5/5, which every party member is working on ahead of the election, encapsulates all candidates. So I do not know where the problem that you are speaking to is, because as far as we are concerned, the party, we are going to work towards the success of our own political party. But now, having said that, at a point in time, there were reports in public space that the PDP will not have any votes in the South-South. That, oh, the South-South will be taken by a particular political party. Oh, that all the followers of PDP in those areas, they have abandoned the party. But you saw our rally in Uyo, and I can assure you that wherever we go in the South, yep, even when we come to Lagos State, you are still going to applaud the People's Democratic Party.
Yes, Kola, we just have 30 seconds. In 30 seconds. Sorry, in 30 seconds, please. We just have 30
majority
seconds.
of Nigerians out there who are suffering the brunt of the pains and anguish that the All Progressives Congress has imposed on their lives are rallying with the People's Democratic Party.
Yes, just in 30
and
seconds.
And they believe that the candidate of the People's Democratic
just a second. Yes, just a second.
Atiku Abubakar, the Waziri Adamawa, who has brought up a program of unifying our country and saying that the division is a problem, so let us unify the nation, who has come up with a program that he intends, looking at the economy, and he said the first approach to this economic issue is to provide impetus for the non-formal sector of the economy, the ordinary Nigerians out there, the vulcanizers, the tomato sellers, the fish sellers in the open market, the informal part of our lives economically. And he said that he will introduce the launching of the 10 billion
Mr. KOLA OLOGBODIYAN, yes,
to revive the economy. That is where our life is.
I know that.
He has also progressed to say that,
well.
Look, power is too concentrated in the center. Unlike APC, who promised restructuring and ran away from it. Atiku Abubakar said, look, we will take the constitution of Nigeria line by line and find a way of amending it in a manner that it will devolve power.
Yes, Mr. OLOGBODIYAN, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And to the local government.
Thank you very much. We just have to close the program now. We just have to close the. We don't have time on our hands. Yes, we just have to close the program now. It's just a 30-minute program. Thank you very much for making time. I wanted to ask some other questions, but I know that as the campaign continues, I'll bring you back here so that we continue from where we stop. Thank you very much, Mr. KOLA OLOGBODIYAN, for being my guest today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.